Big question this morning, has Wall Street become Fraud Street? The FBI is investigating possible fraudulent activity in the meltdown of the financial markets as Congress continues to battle over the bailout plan. CBS News correspondent Bob Orr is in Washington. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Maggie. Well, for a second straight day, Treasury Secretary Paulson and the Fed Chief Bernanke will be here on Capitol Hill again today, pushing the government's proposed massive $700 billion bailout plan. And shaky financial markets will be watching. When word first leaked of a government plan to buy up $700 billion in bad debt, Wall Street soared. But nervous traders have since pulled back as Congress and the Bush administration argue over the fine print.
This troubled asset purchase program on its own is the single most effective thing we can do to help homeowners, the American people, and to stimulate our economy.
Treasury Secretary Paulson and Federal Reserve Chief Ben Bernanke are pushing for quick passage, warning that the failure to act would trigger an economic cataclysm.
I believe if the credit markets are not functioning, that jobs will be lost, the unemployment rate will rise, more houses will be foreclosed upon.
Senators from both parties, though, have told the administration's top money men their $700 billion bailout won't fly without significant changes. Democrats want to limit the multi-million-dollar salaries and severance of top executives from those companies which take the government's lifeline. Senate Banking Chairman Chris Dodd insisted curbs on compensation must be part of the deal.
Count on it. Just count on that one. We'll figure it out, but it's going to be here.
Lawmakers also want more relief for struggling homeowners facing bankruptcy or foreclosure. And conservative Republicans are angry that they're being pushed to risk taxpayer money to clean up Wall Street's mess.
Wall Street bet that the government would rescue them if they got into trouble. It appears that bet may be the one that pays off.
Now, despite those misgivings, there is growing optimism there'll be some kind of deal here, perhaps by the end of the week. At the same time, the FBI now is broadening a long-running investigation into possible corporate fraud as a root cause to this whole mortgage market meltdown. We're told 26 high-profile companies now are under intense scrutiny. Maggie?
Unbelievable. CBS's Bob Orr in Washington. Thanks, Bob. Joining us now is Liz Claman from the Fox Business Network. Good morning, Liz.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming to our outdoor program.
I love this. These are the people out here.
No kidding. A little chilly, but not as chilly as the reception that Hank Paulson and Ben Bernanke got at the Senate yesterday.
Frosty.
Do you think it'll be the same today?
Frosty. Even worse, possibly.
Really?
With the Congress. Yes, they'll be speaking before the Financial Services Committee. And you can expect, if yesterday was a preview, that the main show here will be very tough. It's a tough sell because these guys are hearing from their constituents. And the constituents want to know, where's the money going? What's it going to do?
But this needs to get done. I mean, when this was announced, Wall Street shot up. When Congress showed even a little hesitation, it dropped. Scary to think what happens if it doesn't get done.
Absolutely. The time is of the essence right now. There is a big hole. It needs to be filled. It's just that a lot of people don't want to be rushed into this situation because it's $700 billion of taxpayers' money, Maggie. I mean, it's insane. So what you have to do is get some answers out so the people are understanding of exactly where the money is going.
That's what they need to do. You think they can do that in such a short time?
Well, I think that they better. As they learned yesterday, Henry Paulson and Ben Bernanke, Treasury and the Federal Reserve, that they need to have some specifics. Yesterday I was talking to former Treasury Secretary Paul O'Neill, and he said, just tell us where the first $100 billion would go, and then we'll be okay with the next $600 billion if you can explain that to us.
All right, I want to ask you, front page news today, billionaire investor Warren Buffett is investing $5 billion of his own money in Goldman Sachs. He is either a genius or a fool to be investing in Wall Street right now.
I would go on the genius side, and here's why. He waited till the best of the best, the cream of the crop, the platinum standard, which is Goldman Sachs, got dragged down just because the others were having difficulties, and he swept in and made this $5 billion investment. It's a great vote of confidence, not, I think, for all financial services, but specifically to Goldman Sachs. This doesn't solve the problems that we've woken up with every day for the past several months. Subprime is still imploding. We have a credit crisis that is a crunch. Anybody who's trying to start a new business knows if they've gone to their local bank, they've had some trouble getting a loan, even if they have great credit.
And now we have these 4 huge financial institutions that collapsed under investigation. It's just so ugly.
Fraud Street. Forget Wall Street, Fraud Street. So it's not surprising the FBI has swooped in here to start looking. But you know what? I think the American public deserves some answers. And I think as soon as they get some, they should understand that this does have to get done in some way, shape, or form. But the details, Maggie, really need to be refined.
They matter. Liz Claman, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good to have you.